have time to record more than just one episode because the public, man. So everyone is asleep now. But okay, I'll try to get one more episode and hopefully there will not be any interruption. It's kinda early or late, you could say. Like people will be waking up at this time. So hope for the best. I want to get this episode out tomorrow, so that I'm back on schedule, you know. Recording tomorrow's episode on today. I mean, recording tomorrow's episode today. That's what I want to do stuff. In case I am unable to record anything for other days, so I'll still have something to upload. So getting sick is just brutal. Like shit, man. I couldn't talk for more than 30 minutes for 2 to 3 days. So really sorry for that. I'm talking way too much. It's Christmas here in town too. The usual Christmas songs we're playing. Dun, 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 dun. And there are lights and all the trees. Oh wow, that's crazy. It was a typical sight for this time of the year, but now it was a nice change of pace. I've never had much to do with Christmas before. Or rather, I had, but only because it was a big business period. It felt a lot cheaper when you were looking at it from a practical point of view. This would be my first time having a party for 2 with the girl that I loved. That's why the hustle, the bustle of Christmas rang truer to me than ever. Though it's still Eve, not the real thing yet. I had to make the most of it. Where's Ritsuko? Before I went shopping, I stopped by to see some friends. I just meant to apologize to them for running out without saying anything a year ago. They were all happy to see me. It was a little awkward because I felt so bad about it, but I was glad that I had gone. We got together to eat lunch, then went separate ways, and I headed for my apartment. There was nothing I wanted to do there especially, but I wanted to check in. It was easy for a place to fall into disarray with no one living here, there. The place where the goons meet their secret base for a few hours, I guess. I hid behind a lamppost quickly. They're still around here. They've been in the apartment when they kidnapped Ayaka too. Could it be they were renting a room there? Does that mean they're broke? Even after I gave them 50 million yen? If they had money, they'd probably be able to afford a less crappy place, yeah? The two men disappeared into the apartment. They didn't seem to have noticed me. I should go. I don't have any real business here, and I'd rather not risk a confrontation. That's. And what are you doing here? What the fuck? Hello? That mistress? Yo. I had a bag for this shopping district and bought the things I needed. Chicken, cake, sparkling grape juice. I also bought some crackers. Oh, I understand now. Her business is with me and not the goons. Yeah, so the thought of someone spying on you, it might have been the headmistress all this while. Shit. So, okay. I checked the time on my cell phone. Your movie should be starting about now. I don't like the idea of the two of them going to the movies together. There's no point worry about it. That was all going to end today. Today! It's gonna be today! Ritsuko's perspective. It's gonna be purple, right? You know it's gonna be, yeah, purple. Now that the movie was over, we were to meet with our parents before heading to the high-class French restaurant. La Certain. However you pronounce that, I don't know. Garden of the Moon. When our parents arrived, I sensed that something felt different about my mom. Ritsuko's mom. My dad was the same as ever. It was only my mom who bore a curious, distracted expression. I decided to ask her on our way to the restaurant.
体調でも悪いの?
Are you hearing that? The birds. Goddamn birds. My mom shook her head silently. That reaction was unusual for her. No, it was a wonderful movie. It was a love story, a genre I usually loved. However, I was so nervous, it had barely registered, so I just smiled when throughout the conversation. When it seemed like the conversation was dying down, I spoke up. I clenched my hands in my lap. The words forced a lump in my throat, but this time I knew I had to say them. I never wanted to go on a date with a man who was a Masaya. That was the only thing I could think of as we sat in front of the theater screen.
私から皆さんに話があります。リツコ、やめなさい。
She's gonna do. Ignore my mom's rebuke and continue.
結婚の話、なかったことにさせていただきます。リツコ!
I heard a sharp voice from the seat beside me, from across the table. The three Kashiharas stared in disbelief.
本当に申し訳ありません。
It's time to run, Ritsuko. I bowed low to them. My fiancé just looked confused.
私、他に好きな人がいるんです。私はその人にもう身も心も捧げてしまいました。だから他の人とは結婚できないんです。申し訳ありません。
I said it all while staring at the table. I could sense a trembling anger from somewhere over her head. But it wasn't from my mom, it was from her fiancé. But it's so... His voice was trembling to a ridiculous degree. Got to be kidding me. He struck the table with a bang and began to tremble in shock. His mother spoke up quickly. You're a lady. That's why I agreed to marriage, but you're not a lady at all. Body and soul. You're ridiculous. You're nothing but a whore. Never in my life had I been insulted that way. My mind went blank. I don't want some other man's sloppy seconds. You bet it's off. I looked up from the sound of the splash. My fiance was soaking wet from his head to his shoulders. What did you?
結婚しないのであれば、あなたなど赤の他人。大事な娘をバイタ呼ばわりされる筋合いはありません。
お母さん。
He picked up the glass as if to return favor, but his parents quickly restrained him from either side. The restaurant staff then appeared in response to the commotion. It quickly descended into chaos. I intended to go off on my own once we reached the station, but only spoke up once we made it home.
お母さん、
ちょうどよかったわ。結納を交わす前にあの男の本性が見られて。あのうろたえよう。とても北帝家を任せられる器ではないわね。
ありがとうございます。
君も相変わらず手厳しいね。
Oh, yeah. Masaya kabaibon. Is she out? As my mom glared at her, my father slumped over.
でも勘違いしないでちょうだいよ、律子。母さんはお好み正也を認めたわけではないわ。決してね。
それがりっちゃんが好きな彼氏かい？
はい。
あなたは知らなくて結構。どうせ顔合わせするようなこともないのだから。
Oh no, you will.
けど、まあ。
Haha ignored him and continued.
また別の相手を探すわ。それまでは、お前も自由恋愛を楽しんでいなさい。
You're not about to find a good this time, are you? Before I could respond, Haha disappeared inside. だろ Father let out a sigh.
あいつはまだ自分のことが許せないんだな。いや。
父上 headed for the door, then turned back.
りっちゃん、中に入らないのかい？
私はちょっと今から。
ああ、クリスマスだものな。彼氏の名前なんて言ったっけ？
お好みまさやです。よろしくお願いします。
おこのぎまさや様。
おこのぎまさやくんか。ママはああ言ったけど、そのうち紹介してくれよ。
I will definitely meet you someday. She's late. She said she would be here at 7, but it was already 7:30. Could she ever run into some kind of trouble? I was pretty worried. I had the food all laid out on the table. I was hungry, but I couldn't bring myself to eat alone. Another 30 minutes passed, and I heard a knock at the window.
すみません。遅くなってしまって。
Surprise! I mean, how do you make that sound? Make that sound like forgotten shit. Something like that. Not at all. What's wrong? Why are you out of breath?
走ってきたので。
Well, you could have told me to pick you up sometime. Did you run into a pervert or something?
いえ、遅くなってしまったので、家からずっと走ってきたんです。
So it's and half an hour run from your house to wow. So how long did you walk that day when you were coming to meet my son? Jesus, half an hour. You bus?
いえ、ちょっと
It sounded like she was late because she decided to come on foot. Well, it's fine. Goodness, Greg, you must be cool if you walked all the way here. I invited her in to her coat and turned up the heater.
美味しそうですね。私、もうお腹がペコペコで。
Me too. はい。いただきます。
はい。私もです。
You hear that in Dragon Ball a lot, right? Because of Goku. We had cake and tea after dinner too. It was genuinely hard to move. But I was glad we had polished off all the food I bought. I had kept quiet on the subject throughout the whole party, but I finally decided to ask. Things definitely went well because Ritsuko came here with a smile. Yeah, instead of a frown. So you could expect good news from her.
はい。
How did you meet and go?
ご破産になりました。
Oh, yes! I see. I could feel joy welling up inside me. It was good to see Ritsuko so happy too. This is a little embarrassing, but I planted my elbows on the table and leaned to answer. The thought of you two at the movie together bothered me, but now I'll never have to feel that way again. Thank God.
恥ずかしいなんてことはありませんよ。私だって申し訳なく思っていました。
Ritsuko.
今度こそ二人で映画でも見に行きましょうね。
Of course. Sure. I asked about the details of the rejection and apparently the headmistress had thrown water in the guy's face. That's fucking amazing. If only she would approve of Masaya already, she would be an amazing mom, okay? Jesus. I had known she was a formidable woman, but I still had a hard time imagining it.
周りも唖然としていました。店員さんも飛んできて、もう大変で、それもあって遅くなってしまったんです。
If the headmistress were a man, could you imagine a beer bottle on his head already? I could.
でも私、正直言うと、嬉しかったんです。お母さんがそんな風にしてくれて。
And I am too. She really does care about you.
ええ。ただ、マサヤ様のことでは相変わらずでしたが。
Oh well.
でももう、母のことは気にしないでください。私も気にしませんから。
Right. That wasn't going to be very practical in the long run, unless we were going to elope, of course. But there is no need to bring that up right now. There must be some way I could endear myself to the headmistress before then. There had to be. The goons! Help me! Help me! It's always the goons helping, somehow. It must have been something serious to make the headmistress do something like that. What on earth did it say? You are so... Ritsuko-Chan hesitated, so she clearly didn't want to repeat it. Well, I'm sure it's just because he got so invested
入れ込む？
in you. I mean, I understand how he feels.
私からは相手の人にこう言ったんです。身も心も捧げた人がいると。
Ritsuko-Chan averted her eyes, her cheeks red. Right. I nodded for no particular reason. My throat felt parched all of a sudden, despite the fact that I had just been drinking tea. Doesn't tea make you drier? Like, in a sense, you're just still drinking water, but it helps with. Doesn't drinking tea help? How do you say that? Help in, like, so-called dehydrating yourself, like makes you more thirsty in the long run. That's what is that, or is that coffee? Shit. It helps you. How do you say that? Expel? No. Pass out water quicker in your system. So, in a sense, you would need to drink more water to rehydrate yourself. I think that's it. I guess. Or is that coffee or tea or both? I don't know. Kissing, eh? Well, I guess Ritsuko-Chan was the serious type, so maybe it wasn't that strange for it to refer to that way, even though it was only this A stage of ABC, you know, like how you call the stages of love, describing it as innings in baseball, like first base, second base, third base, home run. Home run would be the D. Oh shit. Why does it make sense? Jesus. While I was still thinking, Ritsuko-Chan shook her head slightly.
私だってそこまで子供ではありませんよ。キスだけで口にするような言葉ではないということは分かっています。
Though we haven't really done it either. Yeah. But
決して嘘をついたつもりはなくて、早いか遅いかの問題だと思って。
you know those words is going to pierce through Masaya so hard, it's gonna make him perverted. It's gonna make him a huge pervert.
だって私決めてしまっていて、迷惑でなければ。
What are you talking about? I moved quickly around the table to put my hands on Ritsuko-Chan's shoulders. I'm sorry. I know that's the kind of thing I should be saying as the guy.
今日はせっかくクリスマスなので、記念の日にしたくて。
Technically still Eve, but fair enough. That's true. I silenced her with a before we had gone no further than touching. But tonight was different. I moved my tongue forward gently. And very soon, I would assume very soon would be the H scene. All I did was tickle her lips with it, but it caused a tremble to run through her body. I stole a glance at her expression. She looked a little bewildered, but I took a chance and forced it. I wrapped my arms tightly around her back and pressed my lips harder against hers. Over and over, I tickled them with my tongue, then sucked on them sweetly. Slowly and hesitantly, her body relaxed. She wrapped her arms around me, returning my tight embrace. The tension began to leave her lips, and before long, they opened timidly. Her lips tongue brushed against hers. My tongue retreated immediately, as if in shock. I could imagine that, you know, if your girl suddenly assaults your tongue, like, I could imagine how it would make you retreat a little, and slowly you're going to counterattack, yeah? You'll be going in back to counterattack. My tongue pressed further into her warm mouth, knocking suggestively against her retreating tongue. Slowly, hesitantly, she extended her tongue. We kissed tongue to tongue once more, and this time, instead of retreating, she toyed hers aggressively with mine. Now that I was excited, I stretched my tongue out as far as I could. My mind blank with joy. I could hear a wet sound now, completely different from when we usually kissed. It was an illicit sound, but I didn't hate it. The thought that it was Ritsuko and I making that sound aroused me even more. We separated. Our mouths were linked for a moment by a thin thread of spit, and there is a miner in front of my and it flown out. Hey, back to this. Ritsuko-Chan stared blankly at an empty point in space for a minute, but focused back on my face eventually.
今のってどういう
That's French kissing. Over here in Chinese we call it 舌吻, which is literally tongue kissing. Yeah, kissing with the tongue motion. 舌吻. 舌头 means tongue in Chinese, so 舌吻 and 吻 means kiss, so tongue kissing. Just easy to understand. Instead of French kissing, like first hearing the term, but French kiss. But not all of them kiss with the tongue, right? So whatever.
今みたいなキスってあるんですか
They do. It's called a French kiss. Never heard of it?
初めて聞きました。
Well, Ritsuko-Chan was clearly a late bloomer when it came to things like this. Do you not like kissing like this?
いえ、そんな全然。
Unconsciously, perhaps, Ritsuko drew her tongue over her wet lips. It was an alluring sight. You're getting hard again.
最初は驚いてしまいましたけれど、とても気持ちよくて。
I thought so too. Maybe it was for the best that we had kissed sitting down. If we had been standing, my erection would have shown against my pants. Yo, why would a girl think that you're pathetic? Like, this means that she had done a good job in arousing you, yeah? That's what she wants to accomplish, you know? And seeing that firsthand, that her man got so aroused by being with her is bound to make her happy. Like, why would you think it's pathetic? Jesus. Masaya. Alright. I want to end this episode here. Yeah? Because I could see the H scene coming, so hopefully it would, I will have like some kind of 10-minute before the H kind of video, and then you see there are 18 parts and FC video. Yeah, so hopefully things work out this time. Yeah, quite a long video, huh? It's been a while since it's really been a while. Alright, I'll see you tomorrow, or I guess tomorrow, yeah. Today's Wednesday, I guess? No, Tuesday. So this will be on Wednesday. Yeah, see you tomorrow.